Hi, my name is Dylan, and this is my coming out story. Now, I know I haven't made too many videos in the past, or at least not enough for anyone to really care about this video, but I'm really hoping that I can, I don't know, inspire someone, help someone, just get through what they're going through with this video. Now, I know maybe this is just, oh, another gay kids coming out video. It's, I don't know, just something that's been done before. I mean, I know it's been done before, but I'm just hoping this one is a little bit different in some aspects because, I mean, how many people can say they were raised a Jehovah's Witness and are gay? I mean, it's not that often of an occurring situation. But I'm just hoping that someone can come out due to this video. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, because that would be amazing. So without further ado, here's my coming out story. So a little background story first. Um, I was raised a Jehovah's Witness, and I didn't know I was gay my whole life. I mean, I had that feeling. I had that feeling of, I kind of like guys. But I hid it in the back of my head. I just didn't want to deal with it. I was like, I'm not allowed to be gay. I'm not going to be gay. That's what I told myself. I'm not going to be gay. But I always had that feeling just in the back of my head saying, you're gay, you're gay. But I just didn't want to deal with it. And being gay as a witness is unacceptable. You can't be gay. If you're a gay male and a Jehovah's Witness, you can't be with another guy. And that is beyond me. You can't practice being gay. You just have to live life abstinent. And it's just such a hard thing for me to think about because, like, why would they want you to just be so suppressed in life? It's just something that's beyond me. Anyways, so now the whole story. So I had this friend when I was about 14 years old, and I met him when I was 14 because he came to my church. And when he came, I was like, wow, that kid's kind of attractive. I want to be friends with him. Like, that was my thought process. And I didn't really have to try to be friends with him because we clicked like that. I mean, when I started talking to him, we bonded over everything. We bonded over comics, anime, like literally every dorky thing I'm into, he was into, and it was just really cool. So he became my best friend, and we started hanging out together every day. Like, I would stay the night at his house 3 nights in a row, he would stay the night at my house 4 nights in a row. Like, every single day we were inseparable. Eventually, we became a little too inseparable, and he kissed me. And I was just so shocked. I was like, what do I do? And so the next morning, I confronted him about it and then said, hey, dude, last night you kissed me, like, all nonchalantly like that. And he was just like, no, I didn't. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I didn't kiss you. I mean, I had a dream about this girl I liked, and I might have maybe kissed you through that, but of any other way, I was just like, no, I didn't kiss you. And I was like, are you kidding me? So this became a regular occurrence, and eventually it became too much for me to handle. So one day, just some stupid thing, I was just texting him about how annoying his parents are, and his parents saw these texts and said, you can't hang out with Dylan anymore. And I was like, it hurt, because I mean, sure, I was trash talking his parents, but this guy that I got extremely close to, who I ended up really liking, was like, not allowed to see me anymore, and that sucked. I mean, I it was stupid on my part, but it just sucked for me because I really liked this guy, and it was just it was done like that. So I went through this whole little emo phase where I was like not talking to anyone because of that situation, and my mom, being the caring, loving mother she is, goes through my phone and she starts searching through my texts and she sees, oh, he likes this guy. And my mom was just like, oh shit. So she confronted me about it, and literally that was the most loving thing my mom could have done. Like if she just like let it pass by, been like, oh whatever, or not oh whatever, because no parent that's a Jehovah's Witness would be like, oh whatever, my son's gay. She had to talk to me about it, and I thought that was the most loving thing a mother could have done. So she talked to me about it, and of course, being the stupid little shit I was just like, go away, mom. And I should have, looking back now, I should have been a lot cooler with it. But I mean, what kid coming out like that would be cool with that? I don't know. Anyways, so my mom found out I was gay, and I was just, it was that don't ask, don't tell type thing. So she would just be like, she wouldn't talk about it. My whole family wouldn't talk about it. No one else had to know type thing. And that kind of sucked, but I mean, it's what I expected for me to be a part of that religion. Anyways, so one night I went to this party and I I was helping with it and I was answering the door for the guests coming in, and I heard a knock at the door for one of these guests. I opened the door and there's the guy that I liked. So that night at the party, things were a little awkward between me and that guy at first, but I mean, things went back to normal and we were best friends again. And then things went back into our normal routine of this whole situation between us, and he cried. And I think he cried because he was scared. He was scared of who he actually really was. And I mean, I look back, I get that now, it's completely cool. But I wish he didn't have to be scared of who he was. Because you shouldn't be scared of who you are. You shouldn't. I mean, sure, you're part of this religion that says you can't be this way, then why do you need this religion? I mean, I'm not trying to smack talk being a Jehovah's Witness, but if you're gay and you don't feel like that's the right religion for you, don't be a part of it. I mean, really, it's quite simple, to be honest. Anyways, so yeah, that was the last time I saw him, ever. And sure, it kind of sucked, but I mean, I'm happy now without him. He's happy now without me. At least I think so. I don't know, but all I know is I'm good, and that's all that matters. Looking out for number one. So this one idiot who wasn't invited to the party decided to do some snooping, found out I was gay, told all the kids in the church I was gay, told his mom, who told all the parents in the church I was gay, both of them being the fucking dynamic duo those two are, were like, keep Dylan away from your children, he'll turn them gay. I mean, in what century do we live where we believe a gay person can infect other people and spread their gay disease? Like, that was ridiculous. Like, the stupidest thing that could have ever happened. I was like, you guys are idiots. But unfortunately, a lot of people took that to heart. And they ended up keeping their children away from me, my friends away from me. And it sucked. Because I couldn't see my friends. I mean, I talked to them when I was at church, but besides that, they weren't allowed to hang out with me. And it sucked. But I made the best of it. I tried to keep a smile on all the time. I tried being me, but it was hard. And for as certain amount of time I was very depressed. And I went through this huge state of depression, and it was awful. A time in my life that I don't like looking back on. And I was so depressed because I knew that now everyone knew I was gay. Everyone part of this church that thought being gay is bad, they all knew I was gay. So I was like, I thought of it like the scarlet letter. Like, I thought of myself as a scarlet letter. This was about junior year in high school, and high school, normally people in high school, they're like, oh, I hate school, I hate everything. I didn't have that opportunity. I didn't have the opportunity to hate school. I loved school because school was my only sanctuary where I could get away from this all. And I, well, bottom line, I got kicked out of the church. And that sucked a lot. So I mean, what else was there for me to do? I went through this huge state of depression because I knew every single person that I loved, all my friends, all my family, they would have to shun me. And after I got kicked out of the church, here they are shunning me. They couldn't talk to me, they couldn't look at me. I mean, it was ridiculous. My very own best friend, my best friends that I grew up with since preschool, they couldn't talk to me. And it hurt a lot. And I didn't know what to do. I mean, I had to start making friends at school. And even though that sounds ridiculous, I literally, like, it sounds ridiculous because that's something I wasn't allowed to do. I wasn't allowed to make friends with people at school. But here I was making friends with people at school, and it worked out. So now that I'm out of the church, what am I doing? I mean, they make it sound like you have nothing left of your life if you're kicked out of this church. They make it sound like, oh no, you don't have this church, you have nothing. That's not true. That's not true at all. Because I'm out of the church, and my life's fantastic. My life's never been better. The only stories they tell you are stories of people dying or getting killed once they're out of the church. But that's not life. That's not true. What's true is that you have to make the best of your life. Don't let this situation turn you downhill. Don't let it throw you into a pit of drugs and partying and all that. That's not what you should do with your life. What you should do with your life is you should make the best of it. I'm making the best of it. I'm living in an apartment with my boyfriend, living life because life is fantastic. I'm looking at the positives in life. You should too. I know I'm going to be one of those really lame people right now, be the stupid idiot, well, not idiot, but I'm just going to be super basic and be like, hey, life gets better. But guess what? Life gets better. It gets better. It's fantastic. What I'm trying to say right here, do not throw away your life. This is to anyone, by the way. This is to anyone who thinks that they're in a turning point in their life where there's no turning back. This is for people that think, hey, my life is going to go downhill, I'm just going to throw it away. Don't throw away your life. Love yourself, love life. I'm sending positive vibes to you guys right now because life is fantastic. You just have to look for the positives. Don't turn to stupid things and become a stupid person because you don't feel like there's anything left for you, because there's always something left for you. I turned away from family, from friends that I've had my entire life, people that have thrown me to the side, kicked me to the curb, and I thought, what else is there left for me? And I look back and I'm thinking, wow, I was in a dark place, but where I am now, it's all of those people that kicked me to the side are down here. I'm up here. I'm loving life. Life is fantastic, guys. You just have to see the positives in it. Like I said, it gets better. And I know I'm probably saying the same thing over and over again right now, but just love yourself, love life. That's all I have to say. I've met so many amazing people on this road to freedom, and I want you guys to all benefit from this road to freedom too. Don't let people, don't let a society cage you in because they don't like who you are, they don't want you to be who you are. Be who you are. Be who you are. Because who you are is beautiful. It's the best. It's the best. Being who you are is amazing. Because each one of you, who you are, is amazing. So, like I said, it gets better. Now go off and love life, love yourself. Because you guys are amazing.